Okay, so I think we are live again. Actually, the previous YouTube stream got disconnected, it got crashed. I think it's a load testing for the YouTube thing, and then YouTube could not take that load. So many messages were coming, and the YouTube got crashed. Okay, just want to confirm, guys, you can hear me properly once again. I think we are on live once again. The previous live got disconnected because of, I think, some issue with the YouTube. I just want to confirm that you can hear me here properly, right? Yeah. Okay, that's great. Thank you so much for confirming. So yeah, you can ask the questions once again. Sorry about that. I lost the previous chat actually. So I think that's okay. Yeah, I got a message from the YouTube that the previous live crashed. So that's a problem with YouTube these days. It happens. Okay, so let's without wasting a time, then not getting any call, Somejit. Don't worry, Somejit. Let's wait for another couple of 3-4 months. We will see that if you are facing any issues. Let's see. Just wait for some time. Meanwhile, just upgrade yourself. Just have some patience. After 3-4 months, we will try one and let's see. Okay, but right now the time is not that great because maybe you must be hearing about some news. I got some really bad news from different companies. I don't want to give a panic here, but yes, the things are not going in the right direction. Maybe because of overhiring, maybe because of the companies are or org is not that great, or maybe they don't have funds available, especially with the startups or something. And then no doubt with the all big mang and fang, whatever they have done from last 6-7 months, you must have seen those things as well. So let's wait for a couple of months and then we will try once again. Future opportunities for automation with tools has more demand in 2023. Girish, that's a good question. I would advise that go with the once again, if you're lacking Selenium or really want to improve more things in Selenium, try to learn Selenium 4. What is happening with respect to new Selenium 4 and everything, all Selenium 4 features. In automation, you can learn about again the Postman, rest assured, these are the standard things. Try to learn about the Playwright and the Cypress also. At least have a touch about Playwright web automation. People have started using it. Playwright also and the Cypress also. If you are feeling that okay, no, with the Cypress I have to learn JavaScript, so please try to improve your basics of JavaScript first. That also, and then again try to spend more time on the performance testing. There are new tools actually introduced. Gatling came with Java and Kotlin, and then K6 also there with respect to performance testing. That also you can learn it. People have started using some basic level of or new level of desktop automation also. That also you can go with the auto hotkey and these tools. And then these days a lot of people are talking about codeless automation tool and all those things, but I don't see it's just a hype. I don't see the practical implementation people are actually using it. So in those tools we don't need any much technical knowledge or programming knowledge required, so you can just keep those things aside, but try to improve your knowledge on the programming design patterns, principle patterns and everything. Just try to improve these things. I think that's more than enough for 2023. I don't want to give you suddenly a new tool that okay, no, learn about this, learn about that. No, it's still same tech stack, same thing. The only thing is that you have to enhance and keep enhancing your skills. That's important. So let's quickly take this one also. So Karishma is asking that how to upgrade our skill. Actually, previous organization, I have knowledge about Java Selenium, but now I'm working on test complete with JavaScript. So I forgot previous knowledge. So yeah, Karishma, it happens. You can not implement all the things, all the tools that you have learned in the current company. So the the good thing about automation is that without practical or without real-time projects also somehow you can practice on a daily basis. You just try to focus on what are new things are happening with respect to Selenium. For example, let's say currently you're working on test complete with JavaScript, and after 3 years you really want to switch. So what happened in last 3 years, you're totally gone. Because in last 3 years, for example, there are so many changes happened, so many new things are there, so many versions of Selenium. In Selenium also there are minute things in every 15 days, 20 days, or 1 month they are releasing. So just try to keep an eye on those things. Open your Eclipse, open your IntelliJ, keep practicing it, maintain your Git repositories and everything. Daily basis, you can just try to solve at least one scenario, so that you will always be in touch with the with your hardcore automation that you are doing with Selenium or any other XYZ tool. I think that is the best way. And somehow, if you can implement in your current project also, you can go with that as well, for sure. Right? Okay, let me. I think I lost the chat once again. Just a second. Okay, so Sonam is asking that is it possible to automate UI with Selenium more than 60% or so? How reliable test be? See, Sonam, it's again, there is no specific criteria 60%, 70%, 40%, 90%. I have seen people they have achieved 70, 80% also. And I have seen people have not achieved more than 10%, 20, 30% also. I'm okay with the 30% also. But whatever that I have covered, let's say 30, 40%, it should be up to the mark. It's not like that I have covered 70, 80%, and then when I run my test cases, most of the test cases are not reliable and getting failed. So there is a difference. So instead of quantity, focus on the quality of your automation test cases. You can achieve all your automation 70, 80, 90% also. As such, there is no specific number for that. But try to debug your code, try to run your test cases every day, so that you will get the confidence that which test is getting failed, and immediately try to fix it. So that confidence you will get when you run your test cases on a regular basis, right? So if you're getting really want to achieve more than 60%, but your basic foundation of your framework, basic skeleton of the framework, it should be up to the mark. The kind of weight mechanism, the kind of utilities that you are creating, the reusable code, the design patterns, the framework that you have developed, how exactly you have written the test cases with the generic functions and everything, proper implementation of the design patterns and everything, it matters a lot. So if you all these things are in place systematically, component that you have created, proper test data management and everything, then you can just keep adding more and more things in the framework, 60, 70, 80%. But keep running on a regular basis to get the confidence that my test cases are actually running correctly or not, or I'm getting a right result or not. Okay. So one question that Raman is asking, I've been training in Selenium, DevOps, Sikuli, Rest Assured, Postman for the past year. Graduated in 2014. How many years of experience in software testing can I put on my resume? See, Raman, I cannot tell you that okay exact number of years. It depends how many years of experience that you are having it. And if you really want to showcase that okay as a fresher also, that also you can go with that. But as a fresher, you just try to put your skills in the right way with the right proper resume and everything, and then whenever you're going for the interviews, you can say that okay in my training I've done these kind of projects, these kind of POCs I have done, small projects that I have done in my current company after my training and all the such things. So those things somehow you can say that. I'm not saying that suddenly you got 2 months of training and showing 7 years of experience or showing 5 years of experience. I think that's a wrong thing. You should not do that. They will catch you immediately. And then I think you should not do that. Just be honest about it, be open about it. Yeah, I learned, I'm coming from this particular background, coming from the testing background, but I never use automation. So I try to learn automation. I feel 100% confident in my automation skills, whatever that I have learned so far. And then I did all these practical projects. I have done it. These number of projects I have created, and this is my repository. This is the code base. You can have a look, and these are the skill set that I'm having it. Postman, Rest Assured, Selenium, Java, Sikuli, whatever you want to mention. Then go with that approach, and then start your career in automation with that thing, instead of showing 4 or 5 years unnecessary with automation. That's my personal advice. Okay, so Nani is asking how GitHub Copilot help testers. Yes, when you write, it's not about only for testers. It's Copilot is again AI based code generation tool, which is helping you to generate the code and everything the moment you write. automatically it will give you the suggestions, and then it will try to write the code, try to write your unit test cases and everything. Same thing for test automation, you can write it, but again you have to refactor it. It's not 100% guaranteed that guarantee that the Copilot is giving you the right code or something, but I would advise you not to use it in the beginning of your career, because then you will be having a bad habit of using these tools and automatically code is getting generated. You can take it as a help that okay, whatever quick thing I know that okay, this is the code that I have to write, these are the variables, these are the poso classes, these are the methods I have to write, this is the business logic I really want to write. Then you can get some help from the Copilot or Chat GPT, such kind of tools, and then you can use it here. Okay, but try to refactor it. Don't blindly trust on these tools and then just simple copy and paste it. And then I have seen a lot of many times I have seen that Chat GPT is giving the wrong answer, and Chat GPT is not giving the right accurate logic also, and wrong methods, wrong classes, wrong implementation also they are giving. So it's not 100% accurately good, but in some cases it's really great. In some cases it's solving some really interesting problems quickly, and then you are getting the ready-made code. So just start using it to improve your productivity. One second. Yes, Night for is asking AWS architect certification required for the testing professional. Yes, it's good to have. It shows that okay, yeah, you are having some cloud knowledge also on AWS cloud and everything. So I think there is no harm in that. You can just it totally depends on you, and then you can just go with that particular certificate also. And I'm not saying it's a typical testing certificate. It shows that okay, you understand AWS, you understand cloud, and you can take care about different testing activities on the cloud also, and then you can utilize those knowledge that you go through with the certification and your current project. And I think it's a really good thing to showcase in your profile if you're going with these kind of certificates. Okay, so Java Selenium automation job opportunities in future. Definitely, the future is great, no doubt about it. And you can just simply go with that. There is no issue with this. And then that we've already discussed in the beginning that Selenium having a lot of plans this year also, next year also. Selenium 5 is coming, WebDriver by day is coming, and they are improving a lot of good things with respect to W3C standards and everything. So I think Selenium will be one of the best again. Okay, and yeah, so I think that the scope is great, no doubt about it. Still, Selenium Java is having the best combination right now. Okay, one second. Let me just take. There are some base same copy paste questions. Okay, Ankur, please don't copy paste the same thing again and again. So I can see. Okay, so Pathan Mohammed Jakir is saying how to become BA or PO after testing experience. That's a good thing. Yeah, you can just go with the business analyst or PO profile, and it's good that okay. I have seen many friends, colleagues also. They moved from testing to PO profile because in the testing we are getting an extra advantage. We do the testing, we understand the testing requirement and everything. I mean business requirement and everything, and then we write the test cases. So we whole soul we actually test the application end to end. Then in that case, that's a good thing, and then it will be easy for me to jump my profile or switch my profile from testing to PO. So I think it's good. You just start talking to your current POs in your current company, how exactly they are talking to stakeholders, what are different things that they are doing, and then try to understand the domain is very important. Let's see, for a finance based application, you are a product owner. How exactly you understand the business, getting the requirement from the stakeholders and giving it to the implementation team, your engineering team, that QA and dev, and you have to get the work from them also. So the product knowledge is very, very important here. So just try to improve those things. I'm not saying you have to do some MBA degree or something like this, but I think with this thing also, you can go with that. Initially, maybe 6, 7 months, that will be your learning phase in the new profile. But after that, once you go with the complete one end-to-end project, and then I think you are good to go with that. You can think about some other certifications also with respect to Agile Scrum, and then that in that area also you can improve those things. RPA tools to learn as such, there are many RPA tools are there, Blue Prism, Automation Anywhere, UiPath, and all those things. But the question, why do you want to learn? RPA is not only for testing; it's a business automation tool, and as such, using RPA tools in testing, I don't think so. It does, according to me, it does not make any sense, frankly speaking, because we have better tools are available in the market with less budget plus open source also. Most of the RPA tools are very expensive, infrastructure is very expensive, and using for testing point of view, I don't think so it's a right idea. So you think about, why do you want to learn RPA? Is it really needed or not? Think about it. So Sujit is saying, I'm having a 4 years of gap. I'm struggling getting the calls. Please suggest. Okay. Skill Java and Selenium. See this, Sujit. This is a problem. Why Java and Selenium? You should talk about, I'm having a good knowledge about testing, good knowledge about testing, activities. And then on top of that, I have good knowledge about automation tools also, like Selenium, Java, Postman, and other tools are there. And gap of 4 years is not that easy, frankly speaking, that you have to cover those 4 years of gap. And there are some other candidates also who are having full-fledged knowledge about these tools, having a proper a career, a number of years of experience and everything. So how exactly you are different from others? So you think about it, write down on a, use pen and paper, write down all the problems that you are struggling or you are lacking. And then you think that, okay, yeah, this is what I have to learn now, and this is what that I have to improve in next 2-3 months, and then you go with that. So it depends on your resume, it depends on your where exactly you are applying. If you're applying in a typical service based company, they have a policy of not having any guy having more than 2 years of gap. Then in that case there is no point of that. So maybe in the beginning you can start with the startups, or maybe some small companies, or maybe some product based companies that they are not very much bothered about it. You can do some freelancing work also to showcase these gaps, and then after that you can apply. But again, in the current, right now in the current market situation is not that great, because of that's why, because of this thing, number of calls are very less in the market. So focus on your learning at least for next 2-3 months, and then prepare your resume properly and then go with that. Okay, so again, Priyanka is saying that having is it good to have master degree for good future in IT? Uh, I mean, I don't think so. That these days, BTech degree also doesn't matter. Then you're thinking about master degree. I have seen people are having a normal certification courses also they have done, and they are doing great. So market is open for all. So it's not like master degree will change your thing suddenly, and then you're going to US, Canada, and getting the master degree over there, spending money, and then spending 1 year and 2 years of of your career that you're spending over there, and without working dedicatedly, you are doing the master degree for 2 years. Then again, I think you think about it, because I talk to a lot of people, a lot of candidates from India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh. They go to US, Canada, Australia. They left their job, and then they all did their BTech or BSc or all such things, and they went over there. But again, after that, there is no job. Again, learning Selenium, automation, those things, attending the training, and then applying for the job. Then what is the use of those master degree? Unnecessary. So don't spend your money and time right now. I think that's my personal opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. So that's my perspective. That's my personal opinion. Don't spend much amount of time, and then spend time and money on the master degree, until unless you are going with MBA or something like this. That's a different thing altogether. But good future in IT, I don't think so. It will really gonna help you doing the masters for that. Okay, so quickly, SM is saying JavaScript or Python language to learn automation. I know Java. So SM, I would tell you that start learning JavaScript, because these days a lot of JavaScript based tools are there in the market, where you have to learn about let's say Cypress with JavaScript, TypeScript, also you can learn, and then you can implement the complete framework with the TypeScript and JavaScript with Cypress, or Playwright also you can use it. WebDriver IO is an amazing tool. You can go with that. So if you're coming from the Java background, then definitely it will be easy for you to learn JavaScript as well. And then you can learn with the Python also. Python, the main problem with the Python is that, what should I say, that first of all, the less community support, plus problem with the Python is that, again, it's not a compiler based language. So that's what people, they don't prefer much for the runtime execution point of view. Python is very slow as compared to Java. So that's what people sometimes really hesitate to use Python for automation these days. So better you go with the JavaScript. That's my personal advice for you. One second. So we'll take this one first, and then we'll take SP Tiwari also. So any certificate which is good for QA engineer, SDET role for better opportunity. So Shefali, if you're asking only for QA or automation or testing profile point of view, if you are really want to do, you can go with the ISTQB. Again, I have my own personal opinion about ISTQB. In India, there is no demand for ISTQB. For your sake of knowledge, or for your satisfaction, if you really want to go with that, or your company is sponsoring, you can go with that. But after that, as such, we don't have any certification for SDET or QA profile. I'm not saying that suddenly some company is giving Selenium certification. There is no certification for Selenium. If someone is giving you the certification for Selenium, they are doing it wrong. That's totally, I would say, totally illegal, totally not a good thing. Because on the Selenium website also, it's clearly visible or clearly written there that there is no certification for Selenium. You can get some course completion certificate or training or courses, those things you can get it. But as such, I don't think so. For better opportunities, certifications are really required. Maybe in some other countries, ISTQB people, they might ask. But in India, in most of the Asian countries, here it's not at all required. So you can just leave certification and focus on your learning. That's a better thing. So SP Tiwari, sir, I have manual testing experience, but I want to learn automation testing, but I forgot code every time. So you don't need to remember the code, Tiwari ji. You just need to implement the things properly and then revise the things on a daily basis. Open your Eclipse, try to understand the logic, and then try to write the logic on a pen and paper first. Write your notes that, okay, yeah, this method I'm using in this way, and this is the way that I have to implement this particular code. So slowly you start writing like this. And see, when every programming language, there are some fundamentals. For example, if I really want to learn Java, if I'm declaring a variable also, so I should know about in and out about that particular variable. Same thing, I should know about the basics of object-oriented programming. If I'm writing WebDriver equal to new Chrome driver, so I should know why I'm writing this. What is the reason behind that? I don't need to remember the exact spelling for the method name or the class name. I need to remember the concept. I need to understand the concept. Okay, yeah, this is the way it is implemented. That's why I'm using practically in this particular framework or in this particular code. Now, for example, if you're writing some business logic, if you're writing some automation logic, for example, let's see, there is a web table and there is a pagination. So let's see, I'm looking for a table. I'm looking for a specific element in that particular table, but table is having 20 pages. And the element is available on 15th position or 20th position or 19th page or 20th page or first page. So I should know that which logic I have to apply here. Number of iterations are not fixed. So in that case, I'll go with the for loop or while loop. I'll go with the while loop because I can solve these problems with only loops. Otherwise, how will you get to know that element is available on a specific page? Then you should learn about the basics of if-else conditions, switch case statement, loops, while loops, and all such things that you have to learn about it. And then the Selenium comes into the picture. Selenium is nothing, just creating an XPath or creating a locator, dot click, dot action that you have to use it. But end of the day, you have to write a logic on top of that. That logic should be written in the form of programming only. So this is advice to everyone who are actually struggling with the programming. The problem what I see here is that most of the people, they directly start jumping into automation without any basics of programming. I'm not saying that you have to solve some really complex problems on a daily basis or really complex algorithms that you have to learn, but basics of things that will give you the confidence. And then try to learn how exactly I'm implementing practically in the real-time projects or real-time use cases also. It's not about learning the for loop syntax is done. That's no. Where exactly I'm using a while loop, do while loop, for each loop, streaming concept, where exactly I'm using the switch case versus if else condition, that matters a lot. Right? So when you start implementing those things practically, keep revising it, write down your notes. You cannot open your Eclipse on a daily basis or immediately रात को 2 बजे बैठे हो, तो it's not like you can just open your a book and notebook and then just go with that. I cannot open Eclipse at 12 o'clock in the night. So I'll just go through it. Okay, yeah, this is how actually I implemented that. So make it a habit of writing the notes, writing the important bullet points and everything, and then go through it on a daily basis, and then start writing the code. Okay, so I think this is also a good question. Your view on artificial intelligence, how they are introduced in testing, AI testing tool can be introduced in Selenium. Yeah, Dish, it's a good question. AI testing is, there are a couple of examples. You can, through AI, artificial intelligence, you can generate your test data. You can generate, there are tools available in the market which will read your application, read your web page, or your APIs and everything, and they will generate the test cases for you. That is the role of AI in the testing. They can execute your test cases on the basis of generated AI based test cases, so you don't need to write it. They can generate AI based real time test data also for you. That is also AI in the testing. Same thing in Selenium point of view. If you really think about, they can generate AI based Selenium to test cases also for your web based application. You can create your own page objects. You can create your own through the AI, through the chat GPT also. You can create the page objects, page classes. Then you can write the test cases. You can write the data providers for that. You can write the reporting structure and everything with the chat GPT, and then you can use it in your Selenium code also. And then Selenium, these things, XPath fixes, locator fixes. Recently Sanjay also introduced something like you write the wrong XPath or wrong locator, click on fix locator. Through the chat GPT API, is automatically fixing the problem. So these are the use cases you can use it here, right? But don't assume that okay, it will just give you amazing coverage and then AI will do everything for you or write all the test cases for you. No, you have to refactor it, you have to run it, you have to integrate with the main pipeline and all those things. That should be done by you, not by chat GPT or by the AI. Okay. So Siddharth is asking, okay, 1 year experience. Thanks all your video notes, which helped me a lot. Good, Siddharth. Best of luck. Okay, I'm not taking very technical questions that what do you mean by null pointer exceptions and all those things. I'm just taking because it's difficult to explain those things. So Gayatri is asking that what should I focus or what should be the focus? What are requisites these days for an SDET? I'm an SDET with core Java for change. That is what confused or asking too much in the market. Yes, there is no limit for that, Gayatri, because you think about the crowd, you think about the competition, the think about especially if you are in India, and then for every single profile people are, and everyone is having a good package, everyone is applying for that. So market is very competitive, and the standard of automation is different. It's not like 10 years back and 5 years back. For core Java also, people are expecting the right things from you. It's not about the writing only basic thing, right? First of all, that improve your core Java in terms of object oriented programming, in terms of logic building, in terms of basics of data structure algorithms, how exactly you're using those object oriented design patterns, design principles, right, in your framework, in your code. It's not about I'm writing a simple basic method overriding or method overloading definition. I know, but I'm missing the actual implementation. Then what is the use of those bookish terms or bookish definitions? So try to implement that. What are the different design patterns? For example, not only page object model, but there are other 30, 40 design patterns also there in the market. Which one is the best one? So just try to improve in that way and then go with that. Other than that, try to improve your other areas. If you're really good in Selenium, after that you can start looking into the security testing. Performance engineering is a very, very good thing. People are actually Companies are looking for good people in performance, but they are not able to find it because it's a very rare, I would say, demand is high, but people are not getting the right person in the market. So that's a very good opportunity in 2023 where you can focus on these non-functional testing also and then go with that. Hmm? So Rohit is asking, please guide regarding cloud testing requirement in the market. Nowadays, job requirement are changed for software tester, but the skill need to be cloud testing engineer. See, Rohit, as such, it's not about cloud testing engineer. Cloud testing engineer, I would say, it means something you are testing on the cloud. These days, every application is hosted on the cloud. Their infrastructure is hosted on the cloud, let's say on AWS or GCP and all such things. So you should know about it, those things. It's not like you have no idea that how exactly my system or system design is working. So system design plays a very important role for a tester sometimes, that where exactly your application is hosted, how exactly your database is hosted, how exactly your APIs are hosted on different environments. If I ask you that, okay, hey, can you please check the logs on the AWS on this particular cluster, on this particular VM machine, which is hosted on the EC2 Linux machine, on the computes, doing the compute services on the AWS. So you should know about those things. You cannot say that, okay, no, I have no idea. You just give me, the direct application URL. I'm really good in only web testing. No. So in and out, you should know about those things as well, for the design point of view, for the testing point of view. That's why they mention those things in the requirement in the job description also, that, hey, do you have any knowledge about AWS? Because my entire infrastructure is available on the AWS. So how will you test it, those applications which are hosted on these platforms? So that's what nowadays it's a very mandatory thing. It's like a base of everything, that you should have these kind of knowledges. I mean, these kind of knowledge in your bucket. Okay, as such, not specialized. You have to do something. If you can do some certification in AWS architect role kind of things, that's, I think, cherry on a cake. That will definitely help you a lot in your profile. So let's take this one also. Random Food is asking, what are the strategies to run regression tests? Since it takes 4 to 5 hours, so we have to run full regression suite. Uh, Again, is it really needed to run the entire regression suite on a daily basis? Maybe you can cut down. Maybe you can just convert into partial regression, or maybe smoke or sanity suite also you can create that. And why it is taking 4 to 5 hours? It depends total number of test cases that you have. Try to implement parallel testing if you don't have that. Try to implement running the test cases on the cloud, so that you don't need to worry about total number of machines over there, total number of browsers you can launch it. And then let's see, I have 200, 300 test cases running on 10 instances. I can get the results quickly instead of waiting for 4 to 5 hours. If you're taking 4 to 5 hours, that is, I think, I'm assuming maybe you are running the test cases in the sequential mode, not running in the parallel mode, right? So, and it's not mandatory that, okay, you have to run all your test cases on a daily basis. Maybe you can divide your test cases into multiple parts. Feature wise test cases also you can write it, you can maintain in your framework. And then tag wise features also you can implement it. Smoke, sanity, regression. Okay, these are the top 50 test cases for search test cases. I really want to implement that also you can execute that. So just try to divide it into it, improve your locators, improve your weights, implement parallel testing, so that you will get a better result over there. Hmm? I mean, better means the quick result as compared to 4 to 5 hours. Yeah, Chetika, is it's true that automation related tutorial using APM with Selenium. I mean, APM is used for native apps, and APM 2 is also there in the market, but there are not much, I would say, tutorials and good content is available. I totally agree with that. In fact, I was talking to other YouTubers, Mukesh, and these people also, and everybody is saying, yes, I think we should do something with respect to mobile automation. So Yes, I definitely understand your problem. We will make sure that okay, APM 2.0 will try to create some more content and better content. Okay, maybe in the form of some course, something, or maybe on the YouTube. We will start very soon. Okay, I have the devices available, and I have worked with the APM um, in 2 3 companies, 4 to 5 years experience that I have with respect to tool. And I just need to explore more about APM 2.0, and definitely we will be coming with some new material in the market. Okay, yeah. So testing certification question we have already done, but I really want to take this one. One second. Sorry, not this one. Yeah, Nitin is asking. That's a good question. I'm a great fan of Java. Do I need to start learning new language, Nitin? I'm also a great fan of JVM and Java, and I don't think so that you really want to should learn, and without that you cannot survive in the market. That's a myth, right? You ask to a Java developer spend his or her entire career on Java only, right? Because they are dedicatedly into Java. Same thing in automation also. It's not mandatory that you should learn about JavaScript or some other tool. Same thing if you are coming from the Python background. I'm not saying you should learn only Java. If you're a great fan of Java, if you feel that no, Java is lacking or Java is missing that particular feature, or and because Java is an enterprise application. Java is not only language; it's a kind of technology altogether. There are so many things in Java, right? And on top of Java, there are so many libraries are there. That's why this is an enterprise level technology or enterprise level language. So you cannot take Java for granted because it's having. That's why the community support is great. That's why a playwright came into the picture with Java support also along with the JavaScript, right? So because they know that the community support and the market demand goes with the Java because of the it's having some amazing features altogether, no doubt about it. So I'm not saying that you are really good in Java. Just try to improve your Java knowledge. Whatever new Java versions are available in the market, try to learn about those features. That is, I think, more than enough for you guys. You don't need to learn about new specific language until unless it's a demand in your current company, in your current project. No, you have to implement Cypress. Then obviously you cannot implement Java, right? So then in that case, it's good to know about other languages also in that case. But every automation engineer should have at least one primary language, maybe Python, maybe Java, maybe JavaScript, or any XYZ language. I'm not saying only for Java, but okay, you talk anything about Java, I understand that. I can give the answer for that. Because I'm a big fan of Java, just like you are also saying exactly same thing. I'm more comfortable with Java as compared to other languages, or vice versa. Okay, so it's not mandatory to learn new languages every time. So mean Biz is asking, when I'm applying for the full-time opportunity, they're never asking about technical round, but indeed asking scenario based, making a decision. Can you give me a suggestion, please? Yes, mean it's actually it happens. They really want to, because what happens, let's say you took a training in Java, Selenium, or any XYZ tool. So you are really good in those things, but actually you are lacking in real-time projects, scenario-based questions, decision-based questions. What if you're working as a team lead and 5 team members are working together, but they are not agree with you on a specific situation? Then how will you handle it? There is a bug in the production, and then management is asking you a question that, okay, hey, why did you miss that particular bug? What do you mean by root cause analysis and all such things? Then in that case, they really want to check uh, your mindset or your knowledge, that how will you handle that particular situation. Have you been into that situation or not earlier? So that's the thing they really want to check that. But it's not about only the thing that they really want to ask. They really want to check that, okay, in your technical knowledge also, scenario based question they might ask that, okay, yeah, if you have a, let's say, existing framework, and in my existing framework all the test cases are not working, most of the test cases are giving me the wrong results. How will you implement that? How will you fix the problem? How will you refactor it? How will you fix all the test cases properly? How much time you will take? What will be your strategy, right? what kind of test cases you will fix first, what could be the reason, how will you present the idea, how will you present that the numbers and everything to the management so that we can trust you and we can hire you. So these are the questions. So they really want to check this person is having the real time exposure or real time experience or not. That's the intention behind that. But it's not like every company they start directly asking into it. They start with testing, then automation, then, and maybe in the second or third round they start asking about scenario based questions or decision making questions. I have a dedicated series on that. Please go through it. I think around 10-20 videos are there, and just go through it. I'm sure it will help you a lot. So Sukanya is asking, can we implement mobile and UI automation in one framework? Of course, you can do it. It depends. If you are having same use cases, some steps you're running on mobile and some use cases, steps on UI, or maybe you really want to combine them together, that also you can do it. You really want to make it separate, that also you can do it. It depends on the project to project, and there is no harm if you are combining them together. For UI, let's say you're using Selenium library, but for mobile you are using APM library for that. Same thing for the API, you are using REST assured library. So if you are doing a lot of API call along with your UI automation or mobile automation, then also you can combine them together. But let's say you have only and only UI automation, then you can just make it separate. Mobile automation is nothing related to your UI automation. Then you can create a separate project for that. Okay, there are some advantages also. There are some disadvantages also combining them together. So it depends on the project to project. I have one dedicated video on this, that how to implement a core automation framework. The whiteboard series, you just go through it. It will help you a lot, that how to implement different types of framework in one framework or separate frameworks. Yes, Sachin, that's a very good thing. GitHub Actions, very soon I'm starting. Maybe next week onwards, GitHub Action. This is the next thing in my pipeline actually. So you will see GitHub Actions videos also on my channel very soon. Again, we know this is the same question: how common framework are designed in the companies where all kind of application will handle. So that's a thing when you have multiple, multiple projects or multiple teams in the current company. Let's see, order management team, user management team, this team is different, this team is different, they're having their own applications, but I want, okay, yeah, the single framework will serve all these projects. So all the core utilities, core frameworks, core, let's see, how to read the data from Excel file, core extend report concept, LUR report concept, all the element utilities, all the database utilities, JSON parsers, how to initialize your WebDriver and everything. So I'll define at the core level, and all these projects that I'm using it, they all start using the frameworks, core libraries from here. So they don't need to write that code again and again. So this is a major advantage you will be getting it. How to implement it? What do you mean by concept of jar file, fed jar file? If you're talking about in terms of Java, which plugin that we have to use, how to design those frameworks. Video also on this, and then you can just simply go through it. It will help you a lot. There is a whiteboard series video, how to design core automation framework. Just watch it. It will clear a lot of concepts in your mind. Sure, Shefali, we will do cover some AWS and Kubernetes concepts also very soon. Yeah. So let's quickly take this also. I have 2.5 years experience in manual testing. My intersect, my interest coding or intersect coding, I didn't get it. Learning automation testing, but my company use AI tools like Test Sigma, how to move the SDET role. Okay, I don't want to take anyone's name with respect to AI tools. Whatever tools that you are mentioning, there are other tools also in the market. See, try to understand one thing, Sheetal, in fact, other people also, that these AI based tools are there. When they present the things in front of you or to the management, they always give the positive aspects. They always give that, okay, yeah, this tool can do these things. But when you actually implement in real time projects and then you get a surprise, that's the first problem. It's not good enough for my project, or it's missing these points. Maybe in the next release, and these are the license based tools, you have to pay for it. user base. Okay, user wise, if you have 5 users, you have to pay for 5 users, and these are not very you know cheap tools or less paid tools. You have to pay a lot of expensive budget also. A company has to implement it. So what do you think about these tools? Just in the comment section, in the chat section, I really want to know that do you really want to go with these tools or not? And the second problem, for the resource point of view, you think about, so you are, let's say, coming from the hardcore automation background, writing a lot of good things, and then a lot of good things you're doing with respect to Selenium, designing the frameworks and all those things. And suddenly, if I'm saying no, use this AI based tool, writing simple plain English sentence, and that's it. So don't you think it's not a great learning curve for you? And it's almost like killing your skills, and then you spend 2 3 years in that particular tool. So whatever the hard work that you have done, it's entirely gone. And then you are not spending time on the code based tools or script based tools. You're not writing the code, you're not designing the framework, you're not writing any logic for that. Because what happens when you start learning, when you start implementing the things, right? Let's say today I'm implementing a feature in automation. I got stuck somewhere. I'll immediately go on Google, or I'll check some video. I'll talk to Naveen, Mukesh, and these people, or maybe talk to you guys that, okay, yeah, I'm facing this problem. Can you please look into it? Can you please give me the solution for that? I'll go to the Telegram channel, and then I'll try to fix. So this is what learning with the open source or with the script based tools. But the same thing, if you're going with the codeless automation tool or certain tools like this, then, or AI tools like this, then your learning is actually blocked. First of all, there is no community for that. Nobody knows about that tool. Suddenly one random tool is coming in the picture, and then nobody has idea about it. And then you always dependent on that particular company. They will give you some solution for that, and that too also codeless. So I personally believe that we testers are having inferiority complex already. And again, on top of that, you are adding these things. We always say that, okay, oh, my package is not that great, I don't get much respect as compared to developers. And on top of that, you are adding these things also. Just like in your example, you are just having 2.5 years, you are just like a fresher, having experience in testing, like you have done some manual testing. And then I'm putting you in these kind of tools for next 2 3 years. After 5 years, what are your skill set? Think about it. I'm not saying you are really great in manual testing and testing craftsmanship and everything, but what about your technical knowledge? That's the thing. So now you think about it, take your decision accordingly. AI based tool people are using it. I personally don't believe that, okay, they are SDET. In SDET means I'm contributing for unit test cases. I'm contributing for, you know, my frameworks, my designs, creating core libraries, creating utilities for that. What do you think about? I just want to know your opinion also in the comment section. So, hey Fazal, thank you so much. Thanks for the coffee. I'll take this step. Thank you so much for that. Thank you, Mana, and dedication. Yeah, thanks. That's good to know. Okay, will dev architect more preferred over test architect for next level? See, Sukanya, it's a totally different thing. Dev architect is, again, is a very technical job. They are talking about complete system architecture or development architecture, how exactly you are going to implement your components and everything, your application component, how exactly you are going to host it, the cloud knowledge, infrastructure knowledge, design knowledge, API, backend, UI, and all those things, and your design patterns for the dev point of view I'm talking about. Test architect mainly focusing on the testing activities, maybe automation, maybe performance, security. In automation also, what kind of automation you're doing, web automation, mobile automation, API automation. So they think for the testing point of view. So that's a quite different profile as compared to dev architect. Maybe both are dealing with the tools and technologies, but dev architect is having more scope as compared to the test architect, right? So that's what the dev architect is. I think I would say having it requires a lot of knowledge, plus a lot of experience also in the market, plus they have to deal with the production crisis, production panics, production bugs. Those things are coming. So they play a major role. It requires a lot of skill set, a lot of experience and everything. Then you become the dev architect. Same thing with the test also, but they are majorly focusing on the testing activities or test automation or implementing the right testing processes and everything. That's the difference. Okay, so I'm not saying more preferable. If you're going with a dev profile, then your target should be, though, I have to become a dev architect. If you're going with the test automation or testing thing, then your target should be the test architect. Okay. Hey Robinson, thanks for joining. Again, this is future of manual testing. Why not? Testing is testing. There's not like manual and automation. We all are testers. Testing will be there. I don't think so that, okay, after 5 years, 10 years, the testing will be, everything will be automated. Everything will be done through automation or certain tools or something like that. No, we have to do the same thing. Still, maybe you think about it. Is it really true that 10 years back also we used to say that, okay, no, nobody will use Excel sheet for writing the test cases. People are still using it, Excel sheet for that. So it's not like that. Testing will be there. Maybe the scope will be changed. Maybe the scope will be limited. Or right now, if you're spending 30, 40, 50% on your manual testing thing, then maybe after 10 years, you are spending less amount of time because of certain tools are there, or tools are very advanced now, very matured now. But you cannot automate everything. So for that purpose, definitely you have to use your human intelligence and everything to perform the testing. So don't worry about those things. But that's true. With only manual testing thing, without any automation skill set, it will be not that easy to survive in the market. Then you will have the complexity that, okay, no, my package is less and this guy packages more. And another thing also I really want to highlight, you see a lot of social media influencers are there on LinkedIn, everywhere. They are doing great job, no doubt about it. But that's the problem with the testing, is that testing is required, no doubt about it, but you have to raise the bar high. You have to move now. The move on thing is learn new things, implement new things. If I'm spending, let's say, 7 days in my testing job manually, can't I deduct to 3 to 4 days? And that those 3 to 4 days to 3 to 4 hours, can I do the smart work so that I can improve my productivity and I can focus more on my actual real-time testing, and the rest of the things will be done by through these tools and the kind of code that I'm writing. That matters a lot. I know that, okay, my basics of testing should be good. That's a basic requirement. If I really want to do PhD in some in the mathematics, I'm not saying, okay, first you have to learn 2 plus 2 is equal to 4 or the table of 4. That's a basic thing. Everyone should know about it. Everyone should know about 2 plus 2 is equal to 4 or basics of mathematics. Then only I have taken a decision, right? That then only I'll go with the PhD. Same thing in automation. If you really want to doing something, I really want to do something in automation, that's a basic thing that, yes, I have to be really good in my testing activities, those things. And those days are gone. People are very well educated now. People are very well versed now. They are very well, awareness is already there because of the YouTube or because of the kind of knowledge that we all are sharing. It's not like 10 years back, people have no idea how to do automation. Everyone knows that if I'm doing automation, my automation should do the checks also. What is the use of automation? I have to write my checkpoints, I have to write my assertions, validations, verifications, so that through automation I'm doing testing also, right? But again, if you again back to the square, that no, still we are talking about we have to learn boundary value analysis and all those things. Everyone knows about it. Let's raise the bar high and let's learn the new things. That's the point. So don't worry, the future of testing is great, no doubt about it. Upgrade yourself. Otherwise, only with the basics of testing and only with the same repetitive thing, if you're doing manually, then it will be a problem. Less opportunity and job security will be there in that case. Okay, let's take this one also. What is the ideal package for 2, 3, 10 years of experience as per your knowledge? DBS QA technology. Yeah, I have no idea. Seriously, that it depends. Market is you know that, right? 2 years experience guy also making a good money as compared to 10 years experience guy. So it depends. Okay, company to company, location to location. The same guy in, let's say, in a tier 2 or tier 3 city having a less package, or the same guy is making a good money in Bangalore, Pune, Chennai. So it depends, company to company. You have joined a startup having amazing great funding, you might get amazing package also. So there is no fixed formula to multiply by 3 or number of years multiply by 3 or double the package or something like this. These are all myth. It depends on your skill set. I have seen people who are making great money in testing, and I don't want to give any specific number here, but people are doing it. People are making money through freelancing, through work from home also. They are remote jobs also, they are doing it, and then they are making money because they know the things how to make money. The only criteria for making money in the industry with testing is that your knowledge. If you are good in your knowledge, if you are learning new things, if you can solve those problems what exactly they are looking for, and then you know that okay, how to crack these interviews, you can also make money for sure. Okay, so again, I have don't have a as such fixed number for that. Aditya Kittu, when recession will be over? Yeah, I have no idea. Like, in fact, we really don't know. As such, nobody is declaring that okay, recession is there. See, if you see the overall global picture, recession is not about suddenly started. It's all about other factors also. The overall global condition happened in different banks with in globally, and then different wars are going on, then over hiring, and then budget and all those things happened also, and then suddenly on top of that, this AI and the chat GPT is also coming, and then different people are having different opinion about it. Personally, I believe that the over hiring happened. Firing is happening because of the over hiring during the COVID time. You must have seen people were having 8 offers, 9 offers, 10 offers, and then they were just companies were throwing the money and throwing the offers to everyone. So maybe because of that, they never planned properly, especially with the lot of openings were there in Facebook, Google, Meta, Amazon, these companies, and then they were not having the right projects at the right time. I have a couple of friends in these companies, and they got fired because of this thing only. They joined there and they don't have any project for that. So that is also the main reason behind that. But when exactly it will be over, I hope very soon it should be over. Let's see what happens in 2023. But you just focus on your learning. Don't worry about that. And don't panic also if you are getting into these things, that because yesterday only I got a news that there is a girl, she got fired and she got panic having a baby, and then suddenly got fired. So first of all, don't panic. Nothing can happen in that case. If you are getting panic, just learn the things, wait for the right time, and then make sure that okay, you are at least having 6 to 7 months of funds with you. That's important. Don't spend much on your unnecessary gadgets or unnecessary things. Again, it's totally your personal decision. I don't want to give a unnecessary gyan here. You all know the things, but at least you should have 6 7 months of fund in the crunch time. Emergency fund you should have it, so that at least you can survive it. If you're getting depressed, and with the depression, if you are learning and reading the things on studying, then that is not going to help you. So go with the normal things, whatever is there. Once the market will be up and running, we will apply the things once again for that. Okay, so I think we can take 2 3 questions more. I think we have almost like covered almost like every different types of questions. I can see that again repetitive questions are coming. What are the different things for a fresher needs as an entry in the testing field, manual testing or automation? Smruti, first of all, learn about the testing. How exactly we do testing in real-time projects? How exactly we cover, how to design the test cases? What are different testing processes that we follow? What do you mean by test plan, bug life cycle? Whenever the bugs come, then what kind of discussion that we do with the dev team, with the testing team? What exactly testing team does in the projects? So try to get that kind of knowledge, and then you go with that. That will help you a lot. And then on top of that, you can start learning about automation and all those things later on. Okay. So, but you can do the parallel things together along with the testing concepts. You can start learning about the automation like Selenium. Start learning at least one programming language, starting with Java. That will help you a lot. With Java, you can learn with Selenium, rest assured, and certain other tools also you can learn it. That is again more than enough for a fresher, and then you apply for that. Chetan is asking, it's would be better to move into management role after 13, 15 years of experience in testing. Chetan, it's not mandatory, I would say. If you really want to get into management, you can go with that. But again, the management is also not that easy. Plus, you think about other factors also, that these days everybody is having the same very flat hierarchy system in the agile. So, what kind of management you want to get into? SDET manager, engineering manager, or people management, or what? Right? So it depends. If you feel that, okay, no, I can tackle a team, my decision making is really good, I can just talk to team, I can implement the things in a better way. So I think everyone should apply for that. And that's a good thing that you're thinking about 13, 15 years of experience. I've spent 15 years in the industry now. I don't want to write the code after 15 years. But there are some people, they really, after 20 years also, maybe you have not seen that concept in India, but if you go to US and UK, I have seen people are from last 30 years also, they are still writing the code. They are not bothered about the position, the profile, and all those things. They always and always, they just want to learn and want to write the code. So it depends. Okay, for them, they say, okay, no, I'm really bad in people management or management profile, but I'm really good in technical things. So that kind of people also you will see. Okay. Why profiles less openings are fresher QA? How to go? Okay, that already taken, Rishikesh. Less openings. It's not only for the fresher. It's actually overall. So it's not, and that is also not true that you are not getting a call at all. People are still getting the job. People are still cracking the offers, getting the offers, but the frequency is less as compared to the last year and last 2, 3 years. Okay, especially from last 3, 4 months. Okay, so I think that's all for today. I'll do one thing, that in the description of this video, I'll share the Telegram group also. Please try to connect on Telegram. Join those groups. This will help you a lot. You can share your knowledge also. You can just share your, if you really want to help others, you can do that. And then you can put your questions over there. There are some really amazing people who are, solving the problems day and night. Everyone, there are more than 11,000 people are there. And then everyone is so helpful. If you post your question, definitely somebody is going to help you over there along with me. So whenever I get time, I also contribute there, and then you can just be part of the community. That is good for you. And one last thing I would really want to advise you, that please don't worry about the AI things or AI based things are happening, which is I'm getting some really vague questions that, okay, AI is going to kill Selenium, or sorry, testing, and then there is no scope for testing. It's not true that you cannot be dependent on these tools every time. Somebody is going to test those applications also, those AI based questions also. So that's very important. So don't worry about it. Chat GPT, these things are made to help the people and to help to improve the productivity for you, right? So, and that's a need of the hour. You are in still 2000, I mean, you are in 2023 and still using those old school things. Better you utilize these things and then try to improve your productivity. That plays a very important thing, right? So I hope this live thing is helping, and then we will be regular in the live chat. One small last point also I really want to highlight here, that about the recession thing, although we have already talked about it. So don't worry about it, and it will be over. You have not seen, maybe you are a fresher, or maybe you are 5 or 6 year experience. You have not seen 2008, 2009 recession time where that was a really bad time. So it happens in every 7, 8, 10 years. So as I mentioned that please be focused, start improving your skills, start improving your knowledge, and then whatever the lacking, just try to improve those things. That's very, very important. Okay, and if you need any, let's say you are into that situation, you don't have a job or got fired or something like this, please contact me. Every weekend now we are planning, we have done one workshop. So very soon we are conducting one more free workshop for everyone during the weekend. You guys can come and join, and then we will do some interview preparation and all those things. So that will definitely help you a lot to, for your preparation, to prepare the right things for the interview point of view. Okay, but please take help from people, take help from us, talk to different people. If you are into that particular situation, don't get panic. Okay, panic se kuch nahi hoga. Okay, so that's all, and I'll see you in the next live video. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great weekend, guys.